All right, peeps, here we go. Got my Costa Rican maraca. Boom, baby. That's where we're at right now. I got this really cool lizard. I just thought this maraca was so cool. Adding it to the arsenal. One day I'll just have a room of just a room of just maracas. But yeah, I'm in Costa Rica. I've been here for the last week. I'm here for a few more days. And day 29, Journey to Journaling. Got 3 questions just about traveling. It's been really cool being here, and I feel really blessed to have so many unique perspectives that I get to enjoy and have been so many places at my age and just in general, and to have experienced so many cool moments and just like life outside of my bubble. And I just feel really thankful for that. So the questions today are, what does it feel like being in another country? What are some of the main differences and similarities between life here and life at home? And how am I changing / growing while I'm here? And I can feel I've changed and grown so much already. And I'm excited to continue to integrate this. There's so many shifts happening in my life. Mostly just me continually carving out little bits of time for more work. I think that the reason for that is because I went through my early 20s and mid 20s just like years and years of just absolute hustle, like as fast as I possibly could go. In the last few years, it was like how can I work less and still achieve? Like, how can I learn to live my life and live a lifestyle that I enjoy while still achieving and hitting and accomplishing my goals? And I feel like I'm on this incline now of like, I feel like I have a lot of momentum and I have more energy to give to my business and do new things. And here's the thing with this business. I put in a lot of work with my clients, specifically one-on-one, the men's group, and the retreats when I host them. But the other areas I'm talking about more than anything are areas like content creation, areas like the books that I'm writing, areas like the courses that I've wanted to create. Like, that's still work, like a lot of work. And those of you who don't know, the sessions that I do with my clients are anywhere between an hour and 2 hours. I do them at least like usually once a week. And I kind of like 3 of those in a day. It's like 4.5 to 6 hours of time, like very focused, communicating with people, looking into them, communicating about them, so it's not like necessarily just a ton of time. It's just very focused work. It takes a lot of energy. So I can feel myself on this upswing of energy, wanting to give some more to the writing, the courses, the creations, to attract more people into the Leaders Legends community. And so it feels good. And being here makes me feel like really excited for that. And Journey to Journaling is a huge piece of this. This is one of the first series that I put out on YouTube. So that's awesome. Shout out to me. Double maracas, baby. Oh, look at this. That's just so awesome. Oh my gosh. So for me, question one, what does it feel like being in another country? For me, traveling is a breakup in my day-to-day existence for an opportunity to disconnect and experience life in new ways. It's a way to see and feel and understand people, places, and things from other parts of the world or my own, and connect with myself in new ways. More than anything, it's adventure. And that is important to me because I'm an explorer. I like finding secret places, blazing new trails, and bringing back new experiences, artifacts, and insights. For example, it's in me to go on adventures and seek to connect with myself and others. I do it in my day-to-day life, but even being here in Tamarindo, I already ran into 2 people I met when I was here 2 years ago, which was crazy. One guy I met at the gym, and I was at the gym here like 2 days ago, and I like look up and he's just like looking at me, and I knew he knew who I was, and I knew who he was, and I was like, bro. And we still follow each other on IG. It just goes to show, like, those Instagram people that I've met and continue to meet, like, I will come back into your life randomly and vice versa. I think that's just neat. And then at the steakhouse the other night, I met this guy who I met at a bistro I went to in Langosta Beach like 2 years ago, and I've seen him now back-to-back nights because we keep going to the steakhouse, me and my friend. And that's just so cool. Like, how neat. So it's been very cool. And traveling is an opportunity to accelerate my expansion. I feel like the space here, not being in my normal flow, my normal routine, there's just been a lot of time to just reflect on what I want to do next, or what are some pieces to the puzzle that I'm ready to add. And I think more than anything, that's what it is. It's like addition by subtraction. By me having less things on my plate, it's easier for me to choose what the next item is. that belongs on the page. You know what I mean? And I feel really good about that, excited about that. So, hell yeah. Number 2. What are some of the main differences and similarities between here and home? On this trip, I have learned many new things about myself. In the past, I fantasized. What the fuck? This is not. Oh. Those are not the questions. These are the questions. I am traveling right now. What does it bring me and why is it important? And the second question is, on this trip specifically, what have I learned about myself? And the third question is, going back to Florida, how does this impact me moving forward? Okay, so the first question was kind of the same for both times I wrote it. Looks like I wrote 2 different sets of day 29 questions. So that's cool. So the second question is, on this trip specifically, what have I learned about myself? So on this trip, I have learned many new things about myself. In the past, I fantasized about alone time and solitude being the keys to my presence, peace, and power. But now I see that they aren't necessarily a way to experience more happiness. And I got sick the first day I was here. I had like a cold, and I suppose I am just finally starting to feel close to 100%. So without health and balanced friendship, life can feel isolated, lonely, and that's something that I've never experienced. For those who do, I wish peace upon your heart, and for you to give unto yourself the love you've been looking for and build around that. So the first few days I was here, I was like sick, and I was tired, and I was like, I had to do my calls and stuff, and I didn't really realize how tired I was, but I also felt a little bit lonely. I was like, man, like I'm kind of just here, and I'm not really going out that much. I don't have a car, and I can't really move, and that just felt like, I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to find my flow, and I'll find a rhythm. It's just going to take me a few days, which it did. But I thought to myself also, man, this would be so much more fun with friends. I saw people with their friends. It'd be so much more fun with my girlfriend. I see people with their, and usually I'm very like good about just being in my own space. I think honestly, like me being sick had a lot to do with it. I just felt like dog shit. And I was like, dude, I just don't feel good. So when I wrote this, I think that was also the truth. But yeah, I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, and I definitely feel like in general in my life for a long time I definitely fantasized, especially when I was a young man. I'd say I'm still a young man, but I was a young man. I fantasized about like, I'm gonna go off on my own and achieve all this power and do all these things, and it's gonna come from me being by myself. And in being in a relationship for the last 6 years with a really beautiful person and having such amazing friendships and such amazing men in my life, in the Leaders Legends community, it's really opened my mind to like, I really love having people around, and I can achieve my best and be my best and learn and grow with those people too. And so I think that's been a nice balancer for me. That's really good. I also learned how much of a natural sleep cycle I am in. Sundown, sun up, I am simple and feel I am in good health because of it. Blessed, I feel to be healthy and rich in energy, youth, and vibrancy. I hope to stay at this path and continue to learn new things about myself. Finally, my energy is so high. I do so much every day. It's really cool. Yeah, I just realized like recently, when I'm in a good sleep cycle, which I am, and what I mean by like sun up, sundown, like as soon as the sun goes down, peeps, I'm starting to wind down, and I'm going to bed like early. I go to bed at like 9, between 9 and 10, 10:30 latest every night, and I get up around like, here it's at 5 a.m., but at home in Florida it's like 6:30, 7 a.m., whereas when the sun comes up. And I'm like pretty much on that cycle. Like I don't deviate from that, even on the weekends. Like I'm very consistent with my sleep. And honestly, it's given me so much energy. I mean, I'll do like multiple sessions in a day. I'll do multiple workouts in a day. I'll go for a walk. I'll drive here. I'll go there. I move. I chill, but I also move. And so I'm just thankful to have that energy. It just feels freaking fantastic. So I'm really, really, really grateful for that. Phenomenally. So I've learned a lot about myself on this trip. And finally, going back to Florida, how does this impact me moving forward? And if you're doing these questions, this could be like going back to wherever I'm going to, how does this impact me? So going back to Florida brings me into a grounded place. No Xbox, basketball, or usual flows while I've been here, I feel is helping me focus a tiny bit more on my longer term vision, like I mentioned earlier, which it really has. What's next on my list, like we talked about? Patience, practice, persistence, prosperity, and it's quite simple. I want to build and expand the Leaders of the Legends men's group and make it the premier offering within Leaders of the Legends community, followed by different tiers, retreats, events, the coaching, all that stuff. Should the client be a good fit? Simple. And so I can sit with, ponder, feel, and act on my vision and bring it to life. This is the art of manifestation. So I feel like going back, I have a lot of clarity around what my next steps are and what I need to do and what I want to do. And I feel ready to build it and be a part of it. And I feel like I am just excited and ready and fired up and stoked. And oh man, I'm so excited, honestly. That's how I feel. I feel so excited. I'm so stoked that one more day of the journey to journaling, like it's almost done. Like, wow, what a journey that's been. So I'm proud of myself. I'm excited for myself. This trip has been fantastic. Also supporting Autumn is amazing. Like knowing that she's building her business and her community, and I get to be a part of that in some way. And then hanging with my friend while he's here in town, and then Autumn's coming today, and a couple other people are going to be with her, and we're going to have a great time for the next few days and with some boogie boarding. Saw monkeys today, going on walks, just experiencing life in other places. It's perfect. So traveling is expansive. That's what it is. And I really hope that you do some yourself. And feel free to drop below any places you've traveled that you think I should visit, or some cool things that you learned while you were there about yourself or in general. And yeah, day 29, baby. We out here. Presence, peace, power be with you. You already know what I'm going to say. Legends, find a way. Peace.